Without a solid foundation, you'll have trouble creating anything of value. Erica Oppenheimer. When I think of the one thing that causes the most amount of anxiety for buyers and sellers in the selling process, it's building and pest inspections. For that reason, I've chosen to speak to Michael from Compass Building and Pest, who's going to shed some light on some of the grey areas around building and pest inspections.
Being informed is really important. Big purchase, worst and best case scenarios, summary of major and minor defects. Tradesman-like quality is a big thing, especially when you're buying something brand new. So I guess as we look around the house, you're going to want to see that the tradespeople that were there were licensed and give you a decent product. You know, at the end of the day, a quality control measure from an independent party is pretty important. So, as I said before, it's a summary of minor and major defects. So, from a building point of view, we're looking for structural movement, evidence of foundation failure, all sorts of defects that may relate to maintenance items, bigger or smaller. Obviously, emphasis goes on to bigger maintenance items. Termite inspection will typically cover wood decay, borers, termites, whether it's live termites or previous activity. So, live termites in a house represents something that needs to be dealt with, but the damage that they can cause, that's where the big red flag is. Because we can tell you how much it costs to treat and eradicate termites out of a property, but the damage they caused is often, you know, a very involved process to find that and costly. Well, we send 2 inspectors majority of the time. So I guess we're trying to get through the property hour and a half with different hats. Someone's wearing a pest hat, someone's doing the building. So hour to an hour and a half for your average residential home. You know, 2-storey homes can go a little bit longer, but not much. A house that is jam-packed with storage has got to be my least favourite. I can't offer as good a service as I want to. If there's storage all up against a wall and there's a high moisture reading or something on the outside, or you know, conducive items to termite attack, and we can't get to that wall because boxes are floor to ceiling, I don't enjoy that risk. A certain amount of storage, just a generally furnished property, is easy enough to deal with. We can move the odd couch if we've got concerns, and access is a big thing. Being able to see everything in relation, or as much of the structure as we can. Obviously we're not going to see behind plasterboard walls, but you know, being able to access those walls to moisture meter them, tap them and sound timbers is pretty important. Building inspectors racing through inspections, or pest inspectors racing through inspections, they're about something else, unfortunately. You just want to make sure that your building inspector, you know, gives a bit of a stuff about what they're doing for you and cares a bit enough to take the time, be thorough. You know, you own the house. Know everything you can know about it. Don't let somebody else come in and, as in a buyer, and educate you on your house and what it might cost you and have all the information. I just see at the 11th hour, you know, you've got a contract and all this is going on, and then suddenly we've got this thing to deal with. And it may not be a big item, but it may be an item that could have been diffused early on, because it might be a maintenance level thing that means nothing, but the buyer might have read it in black and white and decided that it's something more than it needed to be. Annual pest inspections are great. Reason being, they're not just there to find live termites, they're also there to run moisture meters around the house. Gives you a good health check on your shower, things like that, so moisture meters on the back of showers. Just a good look at moisture source around the house generally, ponding water, surface drainage. Yeah, there's a few things that get covered. Building inspections, again, just an opinion, maybe every 2 to 3 years. Maintenance checks, things like saltwater pools, like we've got a pool on this property here, so any metal parts around that pool, keeping an eye on corrosion, handrails, pool fencing, making sure they're safe all the time, and then just the level of maintenance within the home.